Hello guys and welcome back to Toribash Takeover. Let me just say how awesome it is that I've got all this support from you guys so far. I think we're at like over 30 subscribers and the channel really was only released yesterday. So I just want to say thank you so much. Today we're going to be discussing how to look at games a little bit differently than just wins and losses because Toribash can get very frustrating. You can play as many games as I have and still lose to a brown belt, like 3 games in a row. It can get a little frustrating. So I don't want you to care about winning, or rather, when you are caring about winning too much, or ranks, or mod ranks, I want you to look at things in a different way. So the way that we accomplish this, and this is kind of a philosophical thing, so I'm sorry if I bore you with a little philosophy here, but we need to adjust what you consider a victory. And this comes from one of the best, if not the best, Wushu player in Toribash right now, uh, Logic, who says he reestablishes what winning means and then plays towards his own goals in order to feel like he's successful, because you can always impact your own goals if they're not winning. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple examples. Today I played a couple of games of Wushu. I know that I'm using Wushu as an example, but I have to. It's what I'm an expert at, if we had to say it. But I'm going to use lots of different mods in the future. I'm just going with what I know really, really well so I can provide the best videos. So I've got 5 replays to show you guys. Alright, this first objective is in Wushu. And the objective I set for myself was, I don't really care if I win or lose. I just care that he doesn't score 20,000 points or more. So my objective was defense. That's what I'm worried about. So you see I'm opening with a clap. And I really could be a lot more aggressive, but I really want to space him out with leg work. I don't want to involve my hands too much for attacking, because that's where points are. You can see I'm spacing them out again. Again, winning isn't my primary concern, but right here is a really great example of where I was working towards my goal rather than working towards winning. A lot of people could have probably gone for the attack. They could have extended their pack and lowered the shoulder and tried to kind of reverse uppercut, but I just moved my neck around a little bit and played defense so he never got to touch my head. This doesn't mean don't play well or don't play fair, because as you can see, I'm making plenty of comebacks. It just means playing towards your objective. And I did so well because, first off, I got a sweet ending pose that you can see right there, but more importantly, I achieved my objective. And if I didn't, I could have figured out why. What mistake did I really make, and how can I avoid it next time? Alright, let's look at this one. This objective is a little fun. It's a little obscure. I wanted to get as close to the ground as possible at least once when right next to him and not DQ. So I'm playing with fire right now. I'm trying to stay as low as possible. So I'm getting to the ground is a bit of a challenge because I was, just waking up. But I'm already getting pretty low, and I'm jumping over to him. So I don't really care about height as long as I'm close, as I'm getting to him. And there we go. I am heading head first and ground first. But I didn't. And I actually turned it into a really nice attacking stance. And boom. Look at that. I established an objective outside of winning. And I, in fact, won within my own objective. Now, yes, in these 2 games, I won the game. However, I don't have to win the game to feel successful. And you're going to see that in the next replay. The next replay, I wanted one simple thing. I wanted to do an Aileron Roll. A lot of people think this is called a barrel roll because they played Star Fox 64, and they unfortunately... Oh, look at that. They unfortunately misnamed it in the game. So all I did was jump up. I like to do this openers a lot because it feels like a backwards helicopter where I can just have fun with it. And I did a nice little aileron roll. And I was going for the comeback position, and sure enough, and experienced Wushu players get this all the time. It's this stupid little glute DQ that happens. So I lost right then and there. But I felt like I won. I did the aileron roll. I had a lot of fun doing it. We had a lot of fun in chat. By the way, if you ever see a game room with the highlighted Toribash takeover filming, that's when I'm taking replays for this. So if you join on in, you'll see yourself here. Alright, the next one is, again, I wanted to stay close to the ground. So we're going to see that here. Originally, I wanted to make this objective spin on my wrist, but Rage Fist was blocking the wrist spin with that opener that was popularized by Shekzudio that I've talked about before. And so I decided, well, if I can't spin on my wrist, I want to get close to the ground. I want to just have fun with it. He's in Clan Shield, this player, and they're actually our opponent. And see, I lost again, but I felt like I could have done better, but at least I got my head way close to the ground. You know, this is way past where a lot of players are feeling comfortable. So I felt like I did something well here, although I wish I improved that game a bit. I felt the DQ was pretty needless. You should never needlessly disqualify just to accomplish one of your rules. And this one's a gooberish one, but I'm a defensive player. So what I like to do is challenge myself sometimes and be relatively aggressive, or as aggressive as I can force myself to be. So I'm doing silly stuff so I can be aggressive, and that doesn't mean win. That just means attack, 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 even when it's not smart to. So I'm making reasonable comebacks, and right here and there, I'm in kind of fear of DQing over here. As I'm falling, I'm working into DQs, and all of a sudden I'm going for attacks where I could have stopped the DQ. I think that's my primary point, is that I went for attacks and disregarded the ability to DQ. I used his own body to make sure I didn't, but I think there's a lot of merit in changing up your style. If you are an offensive player, try the 20,000 points or set a different goal, because I could have easily DQ'd in this position. That would have been really easy to do. I could have easily taken it even further and contracted this knee, and I probably even would have had a better setup. I guess I was just feeling nervous at the time. But that's something I really think a lot of players could benefit from a lot, and I really recommend you figure out different ways to judge your success, because especially if you're trying to become a better player, you can't judge success by winning, when most of the time, if you're learning, it's because of a loss. Alright, and the last thing I really like to do in terms of setting my own goals, I don't have a replay for it because I can't have a replay for it, but I like to set the speedometer on. Maybe you've seen this in my replays before. But I turn the speedometer on, and I'm sure I've explained the speedometer, but just in case, I'll explain it again. The top speed is the fastest speed achieved in the game. The bottom speed is the fastest speed achieved that round. I like to set standards for what speed I can achieve in a certain game. In Techion, where you have a lot of control over exactly what's going on, because everything's happening in 10 match frames, you can set up ridiculous speeds, like 42.35. If you nail a kick head on at 42.35 in almost any mod, you're doing something really well. So these sort of things are really nice to judge, especially for Wushu, Techion, any striking mod. Check your speed out. I'm not saying speed equates to winning or ability. I'm just saying it's always fun to measure yourself in a different way, and this is a quantifiable way to see if you're getting better, is if you can turn up your average speed from 20s to 30s or 30s to 40s. Or if you're really, really good, getting up to the 50s is not unheard of. There are a lot of Wushu openers that are punches that are in the high 50s to even a low 60, but if you're getting low 60s, you're probably really inaccurate. So the one thing I don't want you to do is just randomly flail around just because it's a high speed. There's a lot of players who mock saying that their style is why they're doing it, but in reality, be effective. You know, a 35 speed kick that hits you anywhere in the upper chest area is worth a million times more in my book than some 57 speed wrist thing that like barely taps your foot, if not misses completely. Alright guys, this is all I want to talk to you today. I'm going to try to work on making a good amount of videos. I'm really trying to get feedback about what you guys want. I got a comment recently about interviewing Monk, so I'll definitely contact him next time I see him. Thank you so much, and there will be news about subscribers and a giveaway tournament concept that I might be releasing in the events board relatively soon. I don't know the details exactly yet, but I think I'll give you guys a password via the channel. That is, you have to be watching the video in order to hear the password, and then I'll set up a KO tournament with that password. If you guys enter in or tell your friends, if you're going to tell your friends, at least have your friends subscribe and like the videos. But regardless, I know I'm going to have around like a 30,000 TC first prize and a 10,000 TC second prize or something along those lines. We'll figure it out. I still got to sell some items first, but I've got enough TC to hand out for fun right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you want to help out in any way with Toribash Takeover, send me an inbox mail or a private message at HXUBBQIMO. Like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't subscribed. And I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube really bases how well a channel is going by the amount of time viewed of each video. So as much as I appreciate the subscriptions and the likes, I really do, I do hope that you guys watch the video for the entire duration. That's how I get judged. And it's not so much as a matter of money by any chance, because I'm making $0. I'm making negative money off of YouTube right now. It's more of a matter of being able to be suggested. So when people look at YouTube and look for Toribash, they can see this channel. So thank you so much, guys, and let's hope Toribash can take over.